A little over a year ago, we purchased a Tesla Model Y, a different car on the channel and something we haven't quite explored, the EV world. In today's video, we're going to do a 1 year touch-up and all the things that have gone wrong, all the issues, and what I truly think now after a year of owning the vehicle. To jump straight into it, let's talk about some of the issues we've had with it. The Tesla was a brand new vehicle when we purchased it. Right off the bat, put a couple thousand miles on it, road tripped it, enjoyed it, just drove it like a normal vehicle, as that is what it is. After a few months, the Tesla started having some parasitic draw issues from a capacitor in the front of the vehicle. This issue would draw an immense amount of battery, and in the winter time, it was already particularly bad. To pile on the issue with the parasitic draw, the Tesla needed to be charged every few days, which is not ideal and not what it's supposed to do. The vehicle was only being driven a few miles here and there, but it would lose 10-15% on a short drive, which it should only lose maybe 3 or 4% on. And overnight, if you didn't have it plugged in, it would lose anywhere between 15 and 25%. This issue persisted for a few weeks until it finally ended up at the Tesla dealership, which, keep in mind, is an hour away from where we are. Not super far, but definitely a minor inconvenience. They did whatever tech update they needed to do, rebooted the car, and eventually it was fixed a few days later. And at the time, I did get a loaner, which is great. Most dealerships nowadays do not give loaners. The car was fine for another few weeks, and then it started having the draw on and off again, and a bigger issue. While doing an update, at the time it was a very common problem, and still might be a problem, where around 54% the car will get stuck and it will not update any further, and eventually if it stops updating, the car will basically go into brick mode. Essentially nothing in the car will work. Sometimes it won't even drive. We encountered this where the car at one point in time wouldn't go anywhere. After factory rebooting it, the car then started moving again. The issue was the GPS didn't work, the screen was bricked, and a whole other key features in the vehicle just didn't exist, like cruise control. The car then had to go back to the Tesla dealership. They updated the car, everything came back, it came back home, and then once again it bricked itself and it had to go back. And I believe they changed an entire computer in the car, and ever since then it has been working completely fine. The first 3-4 months of owning the car were back and forth to the dealer, which is kind of crazy, but after the bugs got knocked out of it, it's been a very reliable vehicle. Now talking about the ownership experience, what it's like to drive, would I buy it again, and would I recommend it to everyone watching at home? If you did miss the last video, the big key thing I mentioned was it's literally a normal car. An EV is the most normal and useful tool that you can get. It's not a fun enthusiast car. Many enthusiasts confuse that fact as the EV market's controlling enthusiast cars, but the EVs in and of themselves are just normal cars that require no maintenance, or in many cases significantly less maintenance for an extended period of time. As the vehicle doesn't go on many road trips and things, it's just daily driven city to city. It's never been an issue with battery life. Living in a city, there's only one charger about 10 minutes this way, and you gotta go the other way. You're not gonna go 10 minutes out of your way to go charge. You'll plug it in at your house or take a different car. However, usually that's not the case, and you can plan ahead for that. One of the biggest things about it is the zero maintenance thing. It's been nice to literally not care about it at all. Just get in, drive it, it's low on battery, plug it in at the house. Simple, easy, and efficient. Now to actually talk about the driving aspect of the Tesla, I don't particularly care for it, honestly. In most cases, I've avoided driving it as much as I can. I've decided I like internal combustion engines, how they drive. The Tesla with the regenerative braking and all of these key features and it beeping at you and everything, I just like the simplicity and not having the computer telling me what to do, when to do, and how to do it. However, when driving it, it's extremely quiet, extremely powerful, and comfortable and easy. The Tesla is one of the easiest cars you can get in and drive. For the normal person or for someone looking for a daily driver, it fits most of our needs perfectly fine. And in fact, it might be more than what we need on a just simple, easy car. It has heated seats in the front, heated seats in the back. The new Model Ys are a little more expensive. They did get a facelift, which makes them a little less bland. They got ventilated seats and a few other features which are really nice. The cruise control in the car, you can pay $99 subscription and get the full self-driving. We don't do that. There's no need for it in our lives, so the Tesla just doesn't get it. For a while I did have full self-driving. Tesla gifted my account and only my account on the Tesla for some reason. Full features for everything. Their gift to me for the inconvenience of coming back and forth was full features for like 3 months. It was nice. The full self-driving is definitely not where it could be, and I'm sure they nerf it where legally they can't just be like, oh, by the way, this thing can do everything. At the same time, the car still has lane keep assist, so if I'm driving down the highway, I click the stock, it'll go into cruise control, it'll hold the speed as well as keep itself in its lane. It doesn't do this on all of the accounts though, which is very weird. Maybe it's a setting thing. It does that fairly well. The only thing it doesn't do is if a car merges in front of you, it's not an adaptive thing, which is more full self-driving, but at the same time, if you want to slow down, you have to push the brake, turn the cruise control off. The one thing not enjoyable about that is the regenerative braking. When you go off the cruise control, if you don't have it in the exact spot, the car will most likely accelerate or it will start decelerating as it's trying to regen battery. Now, would I recommend it to people at home? It depends what you need. If you want a simple, easy car to drive, just a daily driver that's not going to give you any troubles, the EV cars seem to be good, and the Teslas at the time were at a super low interest rate. Even though the cars have depreciated, it's still a better buy to buy them new at the time we purchased our vehicle. At this time, potentially not. The tax credits are gone, the interest credits are gone, and buying a used one, you're still gonna pay a very high interest rate. It's a good, basic, daily driver vehicle. In the last video, we purchased a new daily for myself. It's pretty much the opposite of the Tesla. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it below, check it out. We did have some problems, the problems went away, and now everything seems to be good. If anything arises, I will make another video. If not, there's not really anything to make videos on. If there's any other questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. That's been our experience with the Tesla Model Y so far, some of the issues I wanted to share, as well as a 1-year synopsis. It's just a car. It's literally just the perfect A to B car as long as everything works. There is one thing to mention, the car is quite expensive. Personally, and I'm sure many of you at home agree, it would be nicer if the car didn't have all of the complicated technology like the games and the quirks and everything. And understandably, those things help sell it to non-enthusiast and regular people. The more you have, the more you can sell. It would be nice to have a screen that has Apple CarPlay and nothing but Apple CarPlay and the speedometer and normal car functions, and pay significantly less for the vehicle. Things like Sentry Mode, full self-driving, and all the things that are already built into the car, if they make a vehicle without those things, it would be even better, especially at a significantly reduced price. The Model Y costs anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000. A car that was in the low 30s, the same size, maybe a little smaller than the Y, that didn't have all the farkles. Now that will be something to write home about. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, check out this video right here of my new daily driver, the antithesis of the Tesla, and make sure to catch the next video where we'll be back to internal combustion sports cars or enthusiast space cars that we all love.